Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the channel where mature adults, especially baby boomers, come to learn to be better prepared for the unexpected and to live happier, healthier, stronger, and perhaps even longer. Before we begin, I want to be clear about something important. I am a holistic health educator and certified health and wellness coach. I do not practice medicine. What I do is educate based on science, research, evidence, and the work of pioneers in the field of nutritional science. What you hear in this video is for educational purposes only, so please take this as such. And if you have specific health concerns, you can contact me privately for a consultation and, of course, consult with your healthcare provider. I am so glad that you're here because today we are diving into something that most people never even think about, but absolutely should. We're going to talk about enzymes. And by the end of this video, you are going to understand, understand, and overstand why enzymes are actually the spark plugs of your life. I'll start with something I wrote in my first book, 7 Steps to Healing and Wellness, using essential oils with the Kabbalion as a guide. It's a statement that really changed how I approach health and health education, and I think it'll change how you think about your body. A person cannot exist without enzymes. Without enzymes, we're not living. Let that sink in for a moment. Your heart beating, your brain thinking, your cells reproducing, your food digesting, none of that happens without enzymes. They are not accessories to life. They are life itself. What are enzymes? So before we go deeper, I want to make sure we're on the same page about what enzymes actually are. Think of enzymes as a catalyst, something that makes something else happen without being consumed in the process. A spark plug in your car doesn't burn up when it ignites the fuel. It just makes the explosion happen. That's what an enzyme does in your body. Enzymes are proteins. Specifically, they're biological catalysts that speed up chemical reactions in your body. Without them, those reactions would happen so slowly you wouldn't survive. Your cells would literally come to a standstill. Your body is amazing. Every single metabolic process in your body, digestion, energy production, defenses, DNA repair, detoxification, hormone balance, brain function, all of it runs on enzymes. The number of enzymes your body produces actually decreases as the years go by. We're not talking about a small decline. We're talking about a significant drop. And at the same time, the demand on those enzymes actually increases because our bodies have to work harder to maintain themselves. You end up with less enzyme capacity doing more work. That's a recipe for exhaustion, inflammation, poor digestion, brain fog, weak defenses, all the things we think are just, quote, normal aging. But they're not normal. They've become normal only because so many have a depletion of enzymes. Maybe not a complete depletion, but certainly a decline. Dr. Edward Howell, who spent his entire career studying enzymes, called this the enzyme deficiency theory. He documented that as the years go by, our pancreas produces fewer digestive enzymes. Our liver produces fewer metabolic enzymes. And to add insult to injury, we are eating food that has been cooked, processed and stored in ways that destroy the food enzymes that could help us. Living in an enzyme deficit, and most people don't even know it. Enzymes aren't all the same. Different enzymes do different things in your body. Scientists have classified enzymes into 7 main categories based on what they do. I want to walk you through each one because understanding and overstanding this will help you see why enzyme decline affects everything. I know some of you like the science, and that's another reason I'm listing these here for you, though we're not going to get heavily into them because it's really not necessary for us to memorize all the different categories. I'll briefly mention them because most people know that there are really only 3 types of functional enzymes. The first category is oxidoreductases. These are the enzymes that handle electron transfer in your cells. They're involved in energy production, antioxidant defense, and cellular respiration. When your mitochondria, those little power plants in your cells, are creating energy, oxidoreductases are there making it happen. Without them, you don't have energy, period. The second category is transferases. These enzymes move chemical groups from one molecule to another. They're involved in phase 2 detoxification, meaning they help your liver neutralize toxins, which is just a nice word for poisons, so your body can eliminate them. They're also involved in amino acid metabolism and neurotransmitter synthesis. If your transferases are depleted or at least declining, your body can't detoxify properly and those toxins can accumulate. The third category is hydrolysis. This is the big one for digestion. Hydrolysis breaks chemical bonds by adding water. This is how your digestive system breaks down proteins, carbohydrates, and fats into molecules small enough to absorb. Your protease breaks down proteins. Your amylase breaks down carbohydrates. Your lipase breaks down fats. These are all hydrolysis. When these enzymes decline, you don't digest food well. You don't absorb nutrients well, and you end up malnourished even if you're eating well. The fourth category is lyases. These enzymes break bonds without using water. They're involved in breaking down certain amino acids, creating energy from stored compounds, and various other metabolic pathways. They're less talked about, but they're critical for overall metabolic health. The fifth category is isomerases. These enzymes rearrange atoms within a molecule without adding or removing anything. They sound minor, but they're involved in carbohydrate metabolism and energy production. Without them, your body can't efficiently convert one form of sugar to another, which affects your blood sugar regulation and your energy levels. The sixth category is ligases. Hang in there with me, we're almost through with these. These enzymes join molecules together. They're involved in DNA repair, protein synthesis, and building new cellular structures. If your ligases are depleted, your cells can't repair themselves properly, and you age faster at the cellular level. And the seventh and final category is translocases. These enzymes move molecules across membranes. They're involved in nutrient transport, ion balance, and cellular communication. Without them, nutrients can't get where they need to go, even if you have digested them properly. Every single system in your body, digestion, energy, detoxification, DNA repair, hormone balance, defenses, all of it depends on these 7 categories of enzymes working properly. And as the years go by, we produce fewer of all of them. The 3 functional types of enzymes. While scientists classify enzymes by what they do chemically, we can also think about enzymes by the function that they have in your body. This is where it gets really practical and relevant to your health. The first functional type is digestive enzymes. These are the enzymes your pancreas and your digestive tract produce to break down food. Your protease breaks down the protein into amino acids. Your amylase breaks down carbohydrates into glucose. Your lipase breaks down fats into fatty acids and glycerol. Your body also produces lactase to break down milk sugar and cellulase to break down plant fiber. Your body produces less digestive enzymes as the years go by. This is documented, family, and the decline is real. The second functional type is metabolic enzymes. These are the enzymes your cells produce to run every metabolic process. They're involved in energy production, defenses, detoxification, hormone synthesis, muscle contraction, nervous system function, literally everything that keeps you alive. Your body produces metabolic enzymes constantly, but it prioritizes. If you're under stress, if you're not sleeping well, if you're eating poorly, your body diverts resources away from making metabolic enzymes and focuses on survival mode. Your metabolic enzymes begin to decline. When your metabolic enzymes decline, everything slows down. You feel tired, your defense system weakens, your brain gets foggy, your joints hurt, your skin ages faster. And because your detoxification enzymes are declining, toxins accumulate, which makes everything worse. Umberto Santillo, who wrote extensively about metabolic health, emphasized that the foundation of metabolic wellness is adequate enzyme production. When your metabolic enzymes are abundant, your metabolism runs efficiently. You have energy. You sleep well. Your immunity is strong. And when they're depleted, everything breaks down. The third functional type is food enzymes. These are the enzymes found in raw, uncooked food. Every plant that grows has enzymes. They're in raw vegetables, raw fruits, raw nuts, raw seeds, raw sprouts. When you eat raw food, these food enzymes start working in your mouth, and that's really where they can do the best, because once it hits your stomach, your own digestive enzymes have to take over. And sometimes the hydrochloric acid there will destroy some of those enzymes. Food enzymes are like another set of hands helping to digest the food. But the moment you cook the food, those enzymes are destroyed. Here's what happens to most of us. We're eating cooked, processed food. We're producing fewer digestive and metabolic enzymes as the years go by, and we're not getting any food enzymes from our diet. We're running on empty. Dr. Howell's research showed that cultures that ate mostly raw food had abundant enzyme production throughout their lives. But cultures that ate mostly cooked, processed food showed early decline in enzyme production and early onset of degenerative diseases. That's the world we're living in. We're cooking everything, processing everything, storing it, shipping it around the world. And by the time it gets to your plate, the enzymes are gone and your body has to do all the work. And I promise you there's good news. Stick with me. Hang in there. I get to be complete with this, to cover it all. So we get to the good news soon, I promise. Here's where the science gets fascinating too. Let's be clear. Enzyme decline as we age is not a single uniform process. It's system specific. Some enzyme systems decline in very particular ways, and understanding this makes all the difference in how you manage your health. The first major system is your liver's drug metabolizing enzymes. Your liver is like your body's chemical processing plant. Inside it lives a family of enzymes called cytochrome P450. Their job is to break down medications, toxins, and waste so your body can get rid of them safely. Here's what researchers found by studying liver tissue from 226 people. This system follows a very specific timeline. In your 40s, P450 actually increases slightly. Your liver is working hard. But after age 40, it starts to decline, and by your 70s, you've lost about 16% of this enzyme capacity. And after age 70, it drops another 32%. What does this mean for you? If you're taking the same medication dose at 75 that you took at 50, your liver is processing it much more slowly. That pill was safe 25 years ago, and it might linger in your body now too long and build up to toxic levels. This is why your doctor should adjust medication doses as the years go by. It's not weakness, it's just biology. Here's what you can do. If you're over 70 and on medications, have a conversation with your clinician about dosing. Don't assume that the old dose is still okay. And if you're on multiple medications, ask about interactions. That becomes more of a concern when your liver is working slower. Second major system is your antioxidant defenses. Think of antioxidants as your body's repair crew. They fix damage that's caused by free radicals, which are unstable molecules that attack your cells. A study of 110 healthy people from age 20 to 80 found something really sobering. 3 key antioxidant enzymes, superoxide dismutase, catalase, and glutathione S-transferase, were significantly lower in very old age. Here's what happens at the cellular level. As these enzymes decline, free radicals accumulate. DNA damage accumulates. Your cells are literally rusting faster because you've lost the protective mechanisms that prevent that rust. The older you get, the more vulnerable you become. If you smoke, you're generating free radicals. You're generating free radicals. And if you're exposed to pollution or chronic stress, same thing. And with depleted antioxidant enzymes, your body can't defend itself as well. This is why smoking becomes so much more dangerous after age 70. Your body literally doesn't have the enzyme capacity to handle the damage anymore. However, here's the good news. If you stop smoking And if you flood your body with plant-based antioxidants, berries, leafy greens, colorful vegetables, you're giving your cells the raw materials that they need to repair themselves, and your body will repair itself, even if you're in your 70s and 80s. That's the good news. The third major system is your energy centers and immune, I say defense system. Your cells have tiny power plants called mitochondria. They create the energy that keeps you alive. As the years go by, though, these power plants don't just slow down, they change fundamentally. The membrane around them changes. The quality control systems inside them start to fail. But this is fascinating, and this was discovered in 2025. There's an enzyme called ELOVL2. Builds very long chain fatty acids, particularly omega-3 DHA. I know you've heard a lot about omega-3s. When ELOVL2 declines, your immune system ages prematurely. In research using genetically altered mice, the ones with low ELOVL2 showed defense profiles that looked like much older animals. Their bone marrow, where the immune system cells are born, was functioning like it belonged to a much older mouse. Now we know when we use mice, it's not always the same for humans, but this was interesting though. This connects one enzyme decline directly to defense aging. It means that maintaining your omega-3s and the enzymes that process them becomes directly important for keeping your defenses strong. This is why omega-3 fatty acids become increasingly important after age 60. You're not just getting a supplement, you are supporting the enzymes that keep your defense system young. The fourth major system, your digestive enzymes, the most direct impact on your life. This is the system you feel every day. Your pancreas produces three main digestive enzymes: protease for protein, amylase for carbohydrates, and lipase for fat. When your pancreas can't produce enough of these, a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, the consequences are severe. You can lose up to 40% of the calories you eat because your body simply can't break them down. You're eating a meal, but only 60% of it is actually being absorbed, and the rest just passes through. So it can become a vicious cycle. When you're not absorbing nutrients, your body can't make the enzyme it needs. Many enzymes require specific nutrients, B6, zinc, magnesium, just to be built and to function. And if you're deficient, you make fewer enzymes. I know we've made that point several times. If you make fewer enzymes, you absorb fewer nutrients, and the cycle gets worse. Then fat is particularly problematic. If your lipase is low, you can't break down fat properly. That means you can't absorb vitamin A, D, E, and K, the fat-soluble vitamins your body needs for bone strength, for vision, blood clotting, and defense function. The warning signs are clear: unexplained weight loss, greasy or oily stools, or persistent deficiencies in fat-soluble vitamins. If you are experiencing these, ask your doctor about a fecal elastase test. If your pancreatic enzyme output is low, enzyme replacement therapy is straightforward and very effective. This is real. This is treatable. But you do have to know to look for it. The final piece, what enzymes actually measure. As the years go by, your body makes enzymes more slowly and breaks them down more slowly, so you might have roughly the same number of enzyme molecules sitting in your cells, but they're not working as efficiently. It's like having the same number of workers in a factory, but they're moving more slowly and making more mistakes. The head count looks the same, but the output is lower. This is why measuring enzyme activity matters more than just counting how many enzyme molecules are present. A blood test says that your enzyme levels are normal. It may be missing the real problem. Your enzymes aren't working as well as they used to, even though you have the same amount. So why does all of this matter for you right now? Let me connect this to your life. Enzyme decline is not uniform. Your liver enzymes follow one pattern, your antioxidant enzymes follow another, and your digestive enzymes follow yet another. So your mitochondrial enzymes are changing in very complex ways that let's not even go through all of that. Here's the empowering part. Each of these declines is something you can do something about. You can address these. If your drug metabolizing enzymes are declining, you work with your doctor on medication dosing. If your antioxidant enzymes are depleted, you flood your body with plant-based antioxidants from fruits, veggies, and berries. It just seems so complicated, right? And now look at the solutions are so simple. If your digestive enzymes are insufficient, you supplement with digestive enzymes and you focus on foods that are easier to break down. If your defense system related fatty acid metabolism is declining, you support it with omega 3s. You don't have to accept decline as inevitable. You do have choices, and there is always something you can do to make things better. Here's what I tell my clients. Your body is responsive. Feed it well, move it daily, sleep deeply, hydrate consistently, and it will meet you halfway. Your enzyme decline, or even if it is truly enzyme depletion, is not doomsday. It's not a death sentence. It's just a signal. Your body is saying, I need more support. Give me the tools I need. And that's exactly what we're going to do in this next section. The gut enzyme connection. Your intestinal lining is covered with tiny brush-like structures called microvilli. These microvilli absorb nutrients from your food, but they don't just absorb nutrients passively. They need those enzymes to break down the food into small enough molecules to be absorbed. When your digestive enzyme production declines, not only are you breaking down food less efficiently, but your intestinal lining is receiving less bioavailable particles. Bioavailability is just the ability for what you eat to really be absorbed into the cells of your body. Your body has to work harder to extract what little nutrition is available. And because the food isn't being broken down properly, it irritates your intestinal lining, and this causes inflammation. And an inflamed intestinal lining doesn't absorb nutrients well. The good news is, though, that you are not a helpless victim, that there are always choices that you can make things better, and it's never too late. Family, I have to admit, this was not easy for me to talk about because it just seems like we're going from bad to worse, as we used to say. And I'm sure it wasn't easy to listen to unless you really are looking for solutions for some of those issues that we covered. And that's why I'm here to help you to see what really is and yet to do something about it because it is in your capability to do that. You have the capability to do that. The good news is that all of this is reversible. If you start replenishing your enzymes now, your body can start healing because the body does heal itself. Now I'm sure you understand and overstand that enzymes are the spark plugs of your life, and without them, we're not alive. We understand now and understand that your body produces fewer enzymes as the years go by. Okay, you've heard that a zillion times. And though you know this is not uniform, that different enzyme systems decline in different ways, and each decline has specific consequences. And the beautiful part of it all is that it is reversible. If you start replenishing your enzymes now through better nutrition, intelligent supplementation, and lifestyle changes, your body can start healing. Your digestion improves. Your nutrition absorption improves. Your energy returns. Your brain clears. Your defense system is stronger. Your inflammation is decreased, which means less pain. Your body can actually repair itself. Let's give thanks for that truth. Next week, we're going to dive into the solutions. We're going to talk about, just briefly, how the four core can directly support your enzyme production and function. We're going to talk about specific foods and, if need be, supplements that can bridge the enzyme gap. And we're going to build a practical, actionable plan for you to start replenishing your enzymes. But for now, I want you to feel something: clarity. You now know what's happening in your body. That's clarity. You know it's real. And you know there's something you can do about it. As always, beloved, your health is in your hands.